Welcome. In this video, we continue on with Scenario 2 of Dungeons & Dragons Ghost of Saltmarsh board game. So down at the table, we've got most of this set up. So our story for this one is we're going to be an escort. Eleander Fireborn wakes you up to help with protesters against the Dwarven presence in Saltmarsh. It seems the monsters that attacked yesterday were using Dwarven weapons. The head of the mining operation, Manistrad Copperlocks, is at the Dwarven Anvil checking on how this could have happened, but the number of protesters are growing, threatening to overwhelm, and some don't look like your regular villagers. So our objective is to escort Manistrad Copperlocks to her office. For our setup, basically we've got the same 6 tiles set up as the previous one. Going to be using 30 villager tokens. We've got Eleander, Manistrad, and 6 guard tokens. The adventure deck, we're using the same 1 through 15 and then 16 through 24 set aside. And the monster deck numbered 61 through 71. So I've got those set out here. And the other adventure cards off to the side. So creating the village, I've placed the 25 villagers as shown on the board here. Same as before, they do not take up any space and can be moved around for heroes and monsters. Here, the heroes, along with Eleander, Manistrad, and 1 guard, form a group. And we're on this tile, so we are going to move as a group, not one by one. Place 1 adventure-backed thug card per hero in display above the village. No monster tokens are needed, as monsters are always on the same tile as the group. So we've got 2 thugs in place. So our adventure special rules. Each hero skips their exploration and villa phases. No treasures are gained. Start of every hero phase. Place a villager token on number 9 up here at the bridge. The group can only move 1 tile per hero phase. I'm not sure what that means, and only if the move action is taken. However, they cannot move if there are 5 or more villagers and or monsters on the same tile. And just because I realized this, to make the game harder, you cannot move if there's a combination of 7 or more, which actually makes it easier. So I'm thinking these 2 are switched. So 7 should possibly be up here and 5 down here. So we're going to go with 7. Let's see. Monsters are considered adjacent to the heroes, but can be hit with ranged attacks. And heroes can use their powers to heal Eleander and Manistrad. We've got another action we can take. This adventure features a new actions that a hero can take. When a hero takes a reveal villager action, they reveal a face-down villager token on their tile. If it has a trident, reveal the top card of the monster deck and place it in the display above the villager. The villager token is placed face down in the token pool. Finally, Manistrad takes 1 damage. If the token does not have a trident, it is simply removed from the village and placed in the pool. After a hero completes their hero phase, Eleander reveals a villager token on his tile. Follow the same procedures above, but this time Eleander takes a damage. If 1 or more guards are with the group, they each reveal a villager token on the tile. Follow the same procedures outlined, but any guard that reveals a trident is removed from the village. And at the end of the round, after all heroes have acted, monsters in the display attack, doing 1 damage each, distributing their damage among Eleander, Manistrad, and the guards. We move all the villager tokens and guards 1 tile closer towards the group. Exception Area 9, they do not move. Then we draw an adventure card and add villagers and monsters. When we reach the bridge, replace all villager tokens on that tile with thugs. Place an equal number of adventure-backed thug monsters in the display above the town. Move the adventure deck from the game, then we're going to read some more. So victory, here's when they escort off of the bridge. And defeat, the heroes lose the adventure if Eleandra or Manistrad are killed. They also lose if there's a combination of 15 or more villagers and or monsters in the group's tile at the end of a hero phase. And aftermath, possibly get 400 gold. So we'll see if we can get through all that stuff. So I'm using the same heroes throughout this whole thing, and right now I'm using the same cards. Just taking this down to 1 level. I'm going to put the at-wills out there. So we have the Great Weapon Fighting and Whirlwind Slash for our Paladin. And then she also has Lay on Hands, Shield of Faith, and Champion Challenge. And for a ranger, at wills, careful shot and bookmark. And twisting strike, jump, pass without trace, cone of cold, and an icy fist. So we'll start with a ranger, where we'll start with a move action. So we're moving as a group to the next tile. And for our action, we're going to attack a thug. And because of the special rules for this scenario, we can use careful shot on an attack in our area. So our range shots can be used on these guys. So we're plus 10. We need a 12 to hit. Got a 7. We take out a thug. We're done with our hero phase. And so after the hero completes their hero phase, Aleander reveals a villager token. And it has a spear on it. I'm just going to put those underneath. And since it had that, he's going to take 1 damage, and I'm just going to use a die for that. Then each of our guards is going to do the same. So guard 1. Hey, we've got another trident. We lost one of our guards. And no other villagers on that tile. But we do get a villager up here. As we start our paladin's turn, he's going to start with a move. And an attack. Using our great weapon, gives us a plus 8. So we're doing an 11. Not quite good enough. So we've moved an attack. Elistrad's going to take a look and take another damage, so he's already almost dead. Then we have a guard. He survives. The end of the round, monsters attack, dealing 1 damage each. We can distribute however we want. We'll put 1 on Manistrad. We're going to move all the tokens on the board 1 space closer to our group, which means these are coming in. Moving up. Moving over, move over. These will move down. These can move, I guess for equal distance, we'll choose to have them go this way. These are going to move over, have these move down. And those move over. Then an adventure card. We're going to place 3 villagers and 2 monsters rolling. So these have numbers on them to depend on where they're going. 3 villagers will be ending up in spaces 4, 6, and 8. So there's 4, 6, and 8. And then monsters, gnarled veteran, and another veteran. And we don't roll for where they're at because they're always with the group. And this just seems like a disaster. So a ranger is going to have us move. We're going to go wading in the water a little bit. Maybe that'll help us live. Yes, our second action, we're going to look at a villager. We found a nice clean one. So Aleander reveals, and he's dead. And with him dead, that means we have lost the adventure, and it's either terrible luck. So there's 4 right there. Yes, I think this is something you have to be extremely lucky to get through because there's no way to protect him. It doesn't say guards can protect him on the way out. So that is a quick and nasty scenario. All right, we're going to try this one more time on easy mode. So we're going to be able to take 5 villagers out. But first, I'll kind of randomize those and place all our villagers out here on the board. All right, and then we get to take 5 off on easy mode. And of course, my path, I think I just want to run that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going to start with our ranger, moving our party over here. Got 2 thugs in place, so he's going to take his careful shot. Plus 10, anything but a 1 to take out a thug. Eleander and our guards don't have any villagers to look at. Just before I forget, at the beginning of each of our hero turns, we get a villager up there. So that was for our human ranger, now our paladin. It's going to move us all over here. And take a swing on the thug with their great weapon fighting style with a plus 8. Taking him out. They've got no villagers to look at. So end of round, monsters in the display attack. We don't have any. Move all villager tokens and guards 1 tile closer toward the group, except for the ones on tile 9. So these are definitely moving into our spot. These, it's equidistant, so we're going to move in our favor. I don't know if I can split, but we'll just keep them all going the same direction. These move over, that moves up, this moves over. We'll move these down. Same there. Move those down. And these come down. Then we'll get an adventure card. And possibly some monsters. So our adventure is we're getting 3 villagers and 1 monster. So the monster, of course, doesn't get spawned anywhere, just a human veteran. And our 3 villagers going into spots 1, 7, and 19. So 1, 7, and 19. The start of our turn, we get a villager up here. And since that's going to have, this wasn't very clear before, but I'm assuming now that means the space we move out of cannot have 7 or more villagers and monsters, not the space we move into. So our ranger, we're going to swim, move in our group. Attempt to take him out with a plus 10. Did that. Eleander looks at a villager, does not have a trident. Then we have 4 people helping, so we're going to look at each of these. No tridents, so none of them go down. Then on to our paladin, move a villager up here. Paladin is going to keep us moving. We've got no other actions to do. No villagers in our spaces. Monsters, we have none of those. All the villagers and guards are going to move. They'll move over. They'll move over. Just Make this a little easier. Then an adventure card, 3 villagers and 2 monsters. So the 2 monsters is going to be a human veteran and a thug. And the 3 villagers, 6, 10, and 20. So 6, 10 is where we're at, and 20 is back here. So start of our turn, we get a villager, our ranger wants us to move into this mess. And I'm just going to move all this stuff down. And all these villagers are going to become thugs. So it's 2, 4, 6 thugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then, since we can use melee or ranged attacks, Cone of Cold, choose a tile away from you, which is ranged, which we can use because of this scenario here. Attack each monster on that tile. We get a +7. And even if we miss, we're going to deal a damage to each of those. So let's see. All these guys only have 1 health on them. So goodbye all the thugs, thanks to the cold. No villagers for them to go to. And the human paladin says, hey, let's get on the boat and get out of here. So yes, first version. It takes luck to get through there. Second version seemed a little bit easier, especially with the ranger's ability. But we did it. So each of our heroes are going to gain 400 gold pieces. And that means each of us has 1,400. So take our treasure deck, give it a shuffle. We get to look at 4 of these and potentially buy something. Or we can spend 2,000 gold to level up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll see what we've got here. Potion of Healing. Your hero or hero adjacent to your hero regains 2 hit points. Buy for 600 gold. Luckstone. Reroll a die with a +4 bonus. That's 800 gold. That'd be nice to have. Wand of Wonder. Instead of an attack action, shuffle the spell deck and draw a card. Your hero casts that spell. Afterward, put the Wand of Wonder token on this card. 1,600 gold. We don't have enough for that. All right, let's see. When we level up here, we're going to get 2 extra daily powers. That seems awesome. So I really don't want to spend his money. And of course, we get +2 hit points and AC, surge value, and an additional daily power. So we're going to get all that up here. So we're getting 3 extra daily powers with him leveling up, which I think is going to be huge. So I don't want him spending money. We're going to have our paladin spend 800 to get the Luckstone. So he's going to be at 1,400 and down to 600 gold, but we've got a Luckstone. So that was a quick look at a normal and easy mode for adventure number 2. As always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.